Hello, my name is Nyx Shade, and welcome. Now, we all know Walt Disney Studios, correct? Their large collection of animated classics helped build many a childhood. But did you know that the House of Mouse has a much seedier side? Come, join me as we explore the dark side of Disney. Now, I'll only be going over a few small tidbits of their seedy history. If you would like a more in-depth video, I can make one or I can give you links in the description. But for now, let's begin. Now, in the 1940s, Disney played a big part in the hysteria over communism that gripped Hollywood during the Cold War. He was a founder of the Motion Picture Alliance for the Preservation of Americans' Ideals, and he gave witness statements condemning the communist influence on the film industry. Walt Disney also invited infamous female Nazi director Leni Riefenstahl to his studio, which is ironic because Disney did not hire female workers, as he believed women do not do creative work. In fact, there is an infamous letter he sent to a woman that has a cartoon picture of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on it. Speaking of Snow White, Andrea Casalotti, the 18-year-old actress who voiced Snow White, was paid less than $1,000 to do the film. She was uncredited and forbidden by Disney from taking any other roles in order to preserve the voice of Snow White and not to break the fantasy. In fact, in a 1993 interview, she admitted that until she saw the film, she had no idea that it was a full-length movie. Now, let's move on to something a little more blatantly awful. Song of the South. Many of us have not heard of that film. But we do know two things about it. We all know at least two parts of the film. Zippity-Doo-Dah-Day and Splash Mountain, the ride based on it. Now, why would Disney have a ride in their parks based on a film that no one knows? Well, maybe it is because it is Walt Disney's most blatant act of racism, as it romanticizes the Deep South and slavery during the Reconstruction era, as it basically retells Uncle Remus tales with Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear, Brer Fox, etc., etc. It paints slavery as a choice, when in fact it was not a choice and most were taken, as we all know from our history lessons, I'm hoping. There were also some very gruesome deaths that Disney tried to hide at their parks. One of, if not the most infamous death at their parks, was employee Deborah Stone, who died in 1974 at the America Sings attraction in Disneyland due to the rotating walls in the attraction. Though there are many theories on how she was stuck in between those walls, all we truly know is that it was an extremely painful way to go. How it happened was, Deborah was working one night in 1974. She was working and tending to the attraction. Then a customer or someone overheard gruesome screaming, blood-curdling screams, grabbed some other employees, and they ran to the attraction. There they found poor Miss Stone, trapped and crushed between the walls. It is truly horrifying to go that way. And the worst part, she had just told her parents that she got engaged to her boyfriend. That is awful, dying after you give your parents such amazing news. She had a whole life ahead of her, and it was sadly taken in a tragic accident. There are many, many more facts and tidbits and information on Disney's seedy history. I unfortunately cannot go into more detail as there's too much information to deal with, and I don't have a lot of time. But if you would like to learn more, I'll link descriptions. I'll give you links in the description, or I'll just make a more in-depth video. Thank you, and goodbye.